Like, I tried to pass him, but then he just socked me right in my mouth.
The youngest victim in a violent attack and 7-hour standoff in Omaha shares her story only on 3. Tonight, the family of Jessica Tate is talking about the morning she almost died. Good evening. I'm Jennifer Griswold.
And I'm Craig DeGrelli. They credit a 12-year-old with saving her mother's life. KMTV Action 3 News reporter Kelly Bartnick is live with the story you'll see only on 3 tonight. Kelly.
Craig, the family tells me tonight they believe Tate would have died if it hadn't been for her daughter, who fought her mother's attacker.
You will not make him be a victim and have my sister laying in the hospital fighting for whatever bit of what's going on with her.
5 days after the attack, Jessica Tate still has seizures and heart issues. Her sister Jennifer sat down tonight to talk about the battle at 39th and Himebaugh. They say started as she slept.
He stabbed her in the side of the head, in the chest,
Like in her face right here.
in her face, and then she has several defensive wounds.
Today in court, we learned the knife penetrated Tate's skull and went into her brain. Jessica's 12-year-old daughter, Olivia, stepped in. Scary, she says.
I punched him in the back of his head, well, about 5 to 6 times, and he turned around and he threw me. Well, he didn't basically throw me. He pushed me back, and then I fell. So then I was on the ground, right, and then he was just punching me in the face.
Prosecutors backed up that story today, too. They say this man, Michael Jennings, also abused another child. There were 4 children inside. All of them and their mother somehow escaped. Jennings barricaded himself in the home for nearly 7 hours. The family says they're frustrated with how long it took to end the standoff.
My sister looked at me as she cried and said, you know, she feels bad that her kids had to go through that. But she knew that had Olivia and I came down there and helped her, it'd have been a totally different story, Aaron. It would have been a murder, a homicide.
Jennings and Tate had a rocky relationship, a history of domestic abuse, the family says. Court records show Jennings served 2 domestic violence sentences in the past year. This one could put him away for decades.
It just is really hard for me because I have to watch my niece and nephew and, you know, displacement, being in my house with other kids and not seeing their mom and, you know, seeing all of us emotionally go through what she's going through.
Because she was screaming. Hey, I would have did it too if he was hitting me, because I wanted him to get off my mom.
A judge set Jennings' bond at $500,000 today. Tate will survive, but they don't yet know the extent of the damage. The family says they have not been back to the 39th and Himebaugh home and are organizing a cleanup day to deal with what was once a crime scene. Reporting in the studio tonight, Kelly Bartnick, KMTV Action 3 News.
All right, Kelly.